All right. So anyway, I went to the store today, right? And I don't know. I think I got proof. Well, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I really didn't like Tucker. I still don't like Tucker too much, but so I ain't even gonna say. I already said something. But all right, the big thing, Tucker over in Russia doing his thing and blah 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 blah. But that's not what I was even talking about. You know what happened? What got me on that subject? You know, you obviously you got to go on YouTube to make a live. But I ain't even gonna say what I saw. It was just a video. You know, he's over there interviewing Putin and Putin, pew pew Putin and shit. You know, he over there interviewing Putin, Putin. But all right. So anyway, uh, well, I'm not even gonna mention it. Like I said, I don't know what's up with that. But okay, now as far as Russia and Putin and Ukraine, I think people are waking up. And I said it a while back. Well, actually, I said it when it first happened. I don't know if I said it on video, but I think I did. Remember, Zelensky, when they first invaded, you know how this all of the Biden and all them, the whole whatever Zelensky and Ukraine did is part of the Democrat thing. Like, that's why Putin is over there. We're not on his side like that. You know, there's an old saying, ancient, thousands or hundreds of years old. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. And so they tried that. And but the point is, you know how they jumped on Zelensky's side, supposedly the Democrats, the celebrities. You remember, he's one of us. Remember, but they thought we were supposed to be like, you know, that they were just showing unity because he's a real actor, right? And in Ukraine, maybe not, but they're trying to show they're not stuck up. Like, you're not a Hollywood actor. You're just some little, basically half-ass actor in a small country. But no, they had all the big time, what they call A-list actors, right, supporting him at the Oscars in 2020 after the invasion or whatever you want to call it with Russia and Ukraine. That's how you knew it was bullshit. But now I saw a video this morning talking about how Americans seem to be siding with Putin, right? And it's like people. I knew it when I clicked. It was from a Democrat point of view because it had some kind of a guy, the expert as always, and they put his the interviewer is a black dude. So like I said, it looked like something from MSNBC, but it was Scripps. What's that channel? Scripps News, Scripps, Scripps News. You know that's a liberal channel. All right, so I knew that's even better because of their point of view. And sure enough, yeah, they got a Democrat on there talking about and they showed his credentials, and all his credentials was the Clinton. Basically, he was a ambassador during the time he was appointed by Democrats, Clinton, and this and that. And so this old white dude, so he gonna push the narrative. And when you go in the comments, the good thing in the comments, everybody is just saying we're not really so-called supporting Putin. We just against the Bush. We know it's just like I've been said, because I made a joke. I think I did say it on video about 2 years ago. What was that? No, that was 2020, right? When the so-called invasion of it's a real invasion, but they're getting their shit back, or supposedly. You look it up for yourself, the reason, the history behind it. But I said, remember, it was when it first happened, right? And Biden was just president, and he tells Zelensky, or has the White House press corps, or whatever, whatever. They sent a message, you will evacuate you out of the Ukraine because the Russians have invaded. And that's how you really knew it was fake, because so supposedly the president Zelensky this little actor going around. He's still to this day, going around and begging for money. But he ain't begging for money. He's laundering money for the Democrats, right? Billions of dollars that he stole from black folks over here that love Democrats who go to work every day. But their money going to, they ain't getting none of it. They gave him, what was that? What was that? They gave everybody a couple of, during the the couple of checks they was giving relief, and that's it. That was 2 years ago. Whatever, you know. And we all told them, whatever. I ain't say don't spend it or take it. That's why, they tried to get on Republicans like, oh, y'all go, yeah, you're going to spend it. But I thought you was so against it. Bitch, I'm from the hood. That shit, that reverse psychology don't work on me. It's like, you already know. All right, so is you against you going there? Nope, 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 nope. I would hear it. Keep talking. And it's not I'm trying to shut you up because you're right. I'm trying to shut you up because I told you to shut the fuck up. And that's what you do when I tell you shut the fuck up, right? All right, so Zelensky, remember his answer was, I don't need a helicopter. They was like, yeah, we'll send a helicopter to get you. And, so Zelensky's reply was supposed to be, I don't need a ride. I need ammunition. Oh, that's where I get that from. He didn't say that. Cause I remember, I'm like, see us 80s who grew up in the 80s, us 80s kids. I'm like, that's a Rambo movie. That's not a direct quote, but it sounds like Rambo. One of the movies, I'm like, and this dude, he's really an actor. And remember, like I said, when the 2021 the Oscars, they all support the Ukraine. Remember before Elon bought Twitter? Hashtag support the Ukraine and all the fucking Democrats, right? That's how you do. It was bullshit, right? And he talking about I don't need a ride. I need ammunition. And that's how you knew this whole thing was bullshit. And you're supposed to, just like everything with the Democrats, is using humans. You're supposed to feel sorry. Oh, they're getting invaded, so we got America send aid. Remember back in the 80s when we was kids, USA for Africa or something. David, the songs, remember Hands Across America, all that shit. But it wasn't for Americans, it was for aid for other countries, right? When we was a kid, they had the same shit. Democrats, celebrities, Michael Jackson, all of them. We love Michael, but I'm just saying, all of them. So they doing all this for other countries. But USA Farm Aid, that was for farmers, right? Okay, so everybody, yeah, you're going to support your farmers because we'll all disappear unless you got your own enough land and hands to grow your own shit. You also got to have hands. You can't just have a garden and think you're going to live by yourself with a garden. But so yeah, now Zelensky, the whole thing about I don't need no, like I said, it sound like Sylvester Stallone and what, I don't need a ride. Send body bags and ammunition. Oh, Rambo, he's holding like a minigun with one hand and holding the belt, the ammo belt with the other shooting. That's what Zelensky sounded like, try to impress us or brainwash us. Oh yeah, support we hate Putin. And it's like, nah, I'm guessing it sound like, and remember how hard the Democrats in 2016, 15, Russia, Trump, Russia. So I don't think Putin is like on our side like that, but it's like, I don't know, it could be like, once this is over, it goes back to before, but we need to defeat these communists because they want to take over the whole world, right? I don't know the exact plan, but that's what it could be, right? But that was just one thing. Another one I wanted to point out, and I've been meaning to point out, like these kids, I just saw another video, a girl, 14, two 14, and these girls, one of them died driving, 14, even in down south, 14, you really ain't supposed, driving. I used to drive to church when I was 14, but our church was literally like 2 minutes away by car. That's why I drove. It was up the street. And that was the only time I really had to drive was on Sunday to go to drive to church, and it was like up the street in this. But these 14-year-old girls wrecked their car, killed. They killed. All right, so people talking about charging him as an adult. She killed her friend, I think, the passenger. I don't know how they got the car because they, whatever. Uh, but they got a car just like the boys. But that at the point is like you need to charge her as an adult. People died. She ran into some, driving reckless. 14 ain't supposed to be driving anyway. As Democrats say, they love to. It's just against the law. I'm talking about the verbiage they use. They use not supposed to be. And I don't like when when they use that's how you know it's not about with them. It's not about the law. It's about communist dictator shit. Not supposed to be. It's like no, it's not. Yeah, like a felon. Oh, this felon had a gun. He's not supposed to have one. And no, trust me. It sounds benign, but it's not. It's not about gun control and protecting people. It's about mind control. Supposed you getting into the mindset subconsciously of who's supposed to have something, who not. And like I said, it's them using specific situations to try to manipulate. Yeah, politicizing it. And like I said, if a felon did all this time, he's off of parole. Because some people get out on parole. Now, if you're on parole, yeah, it sucks you, but you shouldn't be. You still doing your time. You're just free free, and don't fuck up. But once you're off, you should get all your rights back, everything. You should be able to vote. You should be able to have a pistol. And I would think a felon gonna be the main one to make sure he don't fuck up and reoffend, because he gonna get more time for the same crime somebody else get on their first offense. All right. So anyway, what I was talking about. So, and it's been in plenty of videos, the loudest car, little as hell, but he a young boy. Yeah, the young boy, the loudest car with the I never liked them pipes. I like loud pipes, but it's really for a big Chevy or Ford or Dodge with a V8 and down south boiler, duals, Flowmasters, deep shit like that. I don't like that Japanese. They be like putting them pipes on this. I hate that. It's annoying. It don't sound good. But anyway, back to the subject. So every time you see it, and not just this video, the kids in Chicago, New York, whatever, probably here too. I don't watch local news. But they steal a car or do whatever. They shooting, robbing. And people like charge them as adult, and they're still on that. With basically the Democrats still trying to find a new way to just let people off because they want more chaos. That's they Democrat soldiers, and then what they'll do, it's the parents. It's the parents, the way they raise them, and It's like basically they're trying to say, so don't send them to prison. Charge them as an adult, send them to prison, and that's the end. Because like I said, when I was 14, I knew. In my state that I had just moved to 2 years ago from New York City, they charged it as an adult. In '88, it was on the streets. Oh, they could charge you. They changed the law. So I knew, and everybody I knew that was 14 knew. If you do it to us, it was, first thing come to mind. If you do a drive-by and they catch you, they're gonna charge your ass as an adult. Everybody knew that. All right, so there was nobody I know who was 14 who had a misunderstanding about that law. Your ass going to prison for decades, 30 years, 40 years. No, none of us 14 had a misunderstanding. Your mind ain't developed yet. Nope. Unless we're just smart. We were smarter. My friends just smarter. So that means there's something about stupid kids. You're saying your kid is stupid. I sure understood, and everybody I know understood. They charging now. They got something new because it was new. Charging as an adult, a minor. They send you to adult court. So anyway, now they got something new. It's the parents, and it's like it don't matter if it's the parents. They still, okay, so it is, but he or she still got to go to adult prison. They committed an adult crime. They got to go, and their parents can either come visit them or not. It's up to them. They can go, because basically what they need to do is apologize to their kid. I know you in here doing, and I actually know somebody who went to prison at 14. I ain't meet them till they was 28. And yeah, they showed me. The first thing they did when I met them. Hey, this me. Obviously it's you. Matter of fact, I met them. They were still in the halfway house. So I know for a fact they had just got out. So and going to the little meetings and all that. And they went to prison at 14, getting involved and setting people up and all that type of shit. That's a fact. Yeah, but by the time I met them, they were like 28, 29. But the point is, they still, so if y'all worried about the parents, it's the way the parents raising them. Oh well, because I'm telling you, just cause the look, kids, even from kids from a bad home, I know for a fact. The rest of us, we had to go to church and blah, 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 blah. We still, tried to do stuff. But even the kids, like I said, the kids from the bad homes, the projects and all that, they really wasn't doing all this shit and gang banging and selling dope. It's like nobody messed with them, because it's almost like they was special ed because they live in the projects. So it's like the ones y'all tried to say, giving excuses, back in our days, you thought they were kind of retarded or something. Everybody I know that was doing the big shit come from people who, matter of fact, their father got a position, in city council or know the mayor, all that type. They got big money, even in the hood in Birmingham. They the bang ones, the biggest ones, got the most rank and everything. It's like the kids now, that's what they. So that's what I'm talking about. All this, racism and equality. How you gonna get equality inside the gang? You gonna make them put, some kid from the projects who wasn't raised right. That's another thing. He wasn't raised right, so you can't even in the streets. You can't trust him because he just ain't smart. He ain't disciplined, and he gonna get everybody fucked up. And so, like I said, if that's the case, the parents need to just, if you're saying it's the parents' fault, hey, they could just go visit him or not visit him. But what I'm saying is that's their new tactic. It's just they're still trying to distract. Like these kids, they literally killing people. And they're talking about, well, it's the parents. We need to, no, nope. And like I said, I get even kids from the projects with bad parents. They'll find, once they realize, they see their little homie get locked up and get 30 years or 20 years or whatever, they'll change. They'll change real fast. And it's for their own good, seriously. And it's not to, be mean and lock people up. But the point is, this is part of the program to lock, to destroy, whatever, the chaos. To get people debating. And we see it's like, no, that's why I'm like, don't even argue with them. There's nothing to argue about. Then don't listen to their so-called experts. Their mind ain't developed until they 20. Don't listen to none of that bullshit. Don't even, and nobody is, really. Nobody is. Nobody falling for it. Nobody is falling for it. Nobody's listening. It's like basically they just wasting, whatever. The wasted, they just everything. It is like, but you know what? I just saw another video, and it kind of fucked up, but it literally demonstrates the mentality of these niggas. And this is another celebrity, and one that I actually used to like. I still like him, but he got that house nigga mentality straight up. And I don't think it's just part of the program. I think it's like, with him, the program worked. Even though he's a celebrity, the program worked on him. He got that mentality of holding other niggas back. It literally, it sounds like something from a movie in the 70s, but it's about the old days. Calling another nigga uppity. How you gonna call a nigga uppity? That means you're trying to keep everybody. So you're saying that all black folks are still on a level that's below white Democrats. Really, it's Democrats that did this shit. When you call another nigga uppity for being smart, that means y'all deliberately still want to be, you know, fucking just slaves. You're not. It's not white folks putting you down. Y'all putting yourselves. I'm talking about Mike Epps, the comedian. And like I said, he's funny. And I can relate to him literally. He said a lot of shit that I tried and did. But I just watched a new special he did. Is this year, I think in January, and he's up there calling niggas uppity. He was talking about Steve Harvey. All right, so none of us really like Steve Harvey anyway. But the point with what he's saying, when you say something like uppity nigga, that means you think Steve Harvey's better because he got the talk shows and this and that, or because he's. Matter of fact, I think he did say I need to sell out. Yeah, he was like, yeah, I did. He was like, I need to sell out. So he know, and that's comedy. That's real comedy. He said, I need, that's black folk out there. Shit, we always say something like that as a joke. Shit, I need to sell out. But, and he might have just been. But my point is that that's what we're talking about. So if you're doing better for yourself, you're uppity. That means they're keeping, basically they're doing the Democrats, white Democrats, KKK job for them. They're doing the job for them. They got these niggas trained to keep other niggas down, crabs in the bucket. And you could say, well, it's a joke. And I like I said, basically his special was funny, but them parts right there, it just was like, damn, see, this what I'm talking about. These niggas just keeping you down on purpose, keeping each other down. And I just really this whole thing, that shows it. Nobody says nothing. But okay, so I'm like, if you want to stay down, it's fine. But the thing is, they literally getting mad and doing whatever they can, sabotage it, and they done made it into the police force and the mayor's office and other corporate. They literally in corporations, so they sabotaging people, literally, to stay down. It's just like I said. Remember, I've been saying it. They're the types that would have told on Harriet Tubman. To keep her from escaping in the Underground Railroad. These the type of niggas that would have told on Harriet Tubman. Out of jealousy. It's not even that like they were scared and concerned for the don't run away, because if they catch you, they gonna kill you. And people hate that type of shit too, because especially people who genuinely have concern for you, but it's like, nah, man, I ain't finna be no coward. I'm going anyway. But that's not it. They don't have no concern. They just jealous because they ain't got it in them. They ain't got the guts. They rather just stay there and be a fucking slave. And now you got people, they got slaves. Same thing. It's no different putting a slave as a mayor than putting a slave, a house nigga. In slavery days, they just a house trying to keep the, like they came up with the youngsters gatekeeper. He the gatekeeper. these niggas, the wife, the massa, he ain't gotta, he can go to sleep at night, because they so in love with massa. And they literally get mad, want to give you dirty looks and try to act gangster because you not one of them. They literally think they can't rise above where they at. And they still were, just this shit about slavery. I mean, yeah, not just slavery. Oh, another thing, the homeless shit, they still on this homeless, help the homeless. They still did the da-da-da-da. It's like, they talking about, oh, I seen 16-year-olds. I'm like, that's even worse. Ain't no way in hell. 16. It's like, you might be like, well, you don't know what it's like. I don't have to. It's like, especially nowadays, hell, in my day, at 16, 17, Low, as y'all say, low key, you kind of probably wanted to get put out. Cause then you go do what you want to do. You go sell dope, big time dope. Instead of having to hide and sneak, shit, motherfucker wanted to get put out, but we didn't, cause we not doing stupid shit. Or if the people who something really happened, whatever the situation, there's just too many places for people to go. I don't care, even a small town, they still got they done recruited all these people, even people from small towns. Like, yeah, well, it's just sad. It's like, nope, I don't know why y'all keep talking about it. And I help them. No, you're not helping them. You're trying to keep them down. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. You got these homeless people, that's, whatever. You think you helping them by giving them money or food. If you feed, exactly, that's how you know you're not Christian. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for the rest of his life. And what you Democrats keep talking about, giving people fish. You don't want to teach people to fish. You want to keep giving people fish so you can feel like a big man. Punk ass bitch. Teach them to fish. Why can't you teach them to fish? What's so hard about teaching them? Y'all just keep coming up with this giving people shit instead of teaching them. So you can keep bird feeding them. So they got to keep coming to you so you can feel like a big man or a big woman. You little piece of shit. I'm telling you, just cut it out. Leave it. Nobody's falling for I helped all that help to hit them a Salvation Army truck right on time. Salvation Army. You see how God is? Because God knows Salvation Army is full of shit. They supported Biden. Salvation Army, yes, they did. They supported Biden, all that shit. Them motherfuckers going to hell. Main ones. One's supposed to be good, fooling people. That's a hypocrite. Look at what the Bible say about hypocrites. Main one keeping people goddamn slaves and homeless so you can say, oh, I helped them. I helped them out. I did this and that. If you really, like I said, anybody I taught, and I didn't help people, but I taught them how to goddamn get away from these Democrats. They don't like shit like that. Think about it. That's like teaching people whatever, if you make something so good that they only got to buy one, now you can't sell no more. But see, that's what we're saying. We don't get our money from being helping the homeless. That's why you got to watch people. I don't care if it's a nonprofit, whatever. Watch the people that get their money from helping other people. That's it. I don't care who they are, whatever. That's how your main hustle. Because what you gonna do if everybody goddamn get on their feet? What you gonna do? People caught on, and that's why I keep telling them, just stop. They was earlier today, I just say they were still talking that shit, still mad because we bust them out. And I know they mad because what they said, instead of saying what I said, what we all told, they don't want to go to the homeless shelter because they can't do drugs. They just tried to change it. They tried to say something similar. That's how you know these folks are evil and sick. Something wrong with them. They say, oh, because they know we're going to shut them down with we got to help, we got to feed. No, you don't. The tents, all the motherfuckers it's like, no, you ain't got it because there's a fucking shelter, this and that. And they don't want to go to the shelter. I know for a fact. I already told you, I've been to Skid Row. And I don't mean as a visitor. Real, like I said, I didn't even know Skid Row was a real fucking thing. I thought it was just, something in the 80s they would say, oh, you're going to end up on Skid Row. I thought it was a term. No, it's still there. LA, just type it in, Google, YouTube it. I can pull up a video, show exactly where I was. The reason, I'd be mad enough, like I said, I thought if I got far enough from Birmingham, the people, even my own folks, that whatever they was doing, they couldn't do it. This was 03. But that's another story. I'll probably tell that the reason I don't tell it is I just keep forgetting, to talk about it. But, I'm being kind of logical and scientific. Like, if I if I get away, they can't. Because I'm thinking it's something, and it is scientific. Like, if I get away from this, they must be using some kind of beam. But you see all of them just now. All of them keep coming out. All this, So it's all of it. It's everything I thought. Mainly, it's biblical. These are devil worshippers. But I didn't know at the time. Matter of fact, like I said, on Skid Row. That's where I got this Bible. Hold up. Now, this what I know. Yeah, it's just a regular because I call it the hotel Bible. I always call it the hotel Bible, right? Yeah. Like I said, that day I'm getting off subject, and you can see what I got highlighted. And I learned all that my whole life growing up in church, from my whole life, 4 years, three, whatever. I probably was in church as an infant, but you know, so the highlight. So everything I got highlighted, not everything, a lot of it is about witchcraft. That's the first thing, and this I got it on Skid Row, one of them shelters. That's the first thing I did. Literally, I was only there 10 hours in LA. Joined the program. That's what I'm saying. And this ain't nothing I'm making up. This was in '03, '02. First thing I did, join the damn, because I ain't know what I just said, fuck it, let me just leave. Like I said, you see how everybody walking by doing it. So imagine back in '03, I didn't know what the hell was going on. What the fuck? I didn't know when I'm coming. I didn't know what I'm thinking. How they do the street theater. They start talking and all this, following you in the car, all this. So I dipped. I got on the Greyhound, but I ain't tell nobody, just got dipped. Boom. But anyway, like I said, I ain't gonna get into it now. But point is, first thing I did was join the program. So, like I said, so they still talking that shit about. As a matter of fact, it's like if you look on any Skid Row video on YouTube, it's the biggest one. You just look it up, the main one, you'll see. That's what I saw. I'll tell this part of the story. So this dude, the bus station, everybody know where the bus. I didn't know, but I know where I ended up because I rode the bus. And so I got there. And so this dude, and this dude, he really helped me. He did. But I'm from Birmingham, so I wasn't worried about the gangs or none of this, blah, 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 drugs. Like, nigga, I used to sell dope, but that was in high school. But, I'm out of the army, just, going, can't say, well, yeah, going crazy. What the hell is all this shit? Just like her, white chick. They sending her, the gangsters with their dogs. All right, so anyway, the point is, I never forget when I saw, he said, he warned me. Because, it's like anybody else might have felt like he's trying to do something or get money from you. And, because I'm sitting at the bus stop. I mean, the regular, but it's across the street from the Greyhound, but I'm sitting on the city bus stop. And, I'm from New York and da-da. But I'm talking about, decades ago, I'm from New York. But, so I'm trying to figure out. And so this homeless dude comes up. And he just talk. I guess he sees I'm homeless, and he starts talking. And I tell him I just got from the bus, the Greyhound. You can look it up, Alabama to L.A. Was that 2 days? Oh, you know what? I ain't take the bus all the way. I drove. I drove. That's another thing. That's what I'm saying. I might have to do it. Might do it tomorrow because this is gonna be a whole story about the whole trip. It's like to me, it's like a testimony. And anyway, the point is, when he warned me as we're walking, he said, look, you're going to be surprised. Say this is a whole building. He said, you're going to be surprised when you turn that corner. And I ain't know what he was talking about. Boom, I had never, you see how nowadays the tents are normal? This was '03. They already had the tents. It was like blocked. Like I said, look up Skid Row. That's where I'm walking down. And he's just trying to help. He really did. He just was, trying to help me. But I think y'all the gangs, because at this time this was only 2 years after Homeland, all that new shit they put into effect after September 11th. to get the money for all that shit to spy on Americans, right? So they didn't have as much, and I'm starting to think why these people after me. I'm laughing at the kids, dude. That's because it's a high school around the corner. Because the other one just broke down, just stopped running. But anyway, in high school, I wasn't all that, sports. I didn't do sports either. Not, I went out, yeah, I was the man, but there really wasn't nobody playing sports. But that looked like just PE class. It was funny. They gave up. But for some reason, I'm betting they sent them around here, whatever, because I'm filming. Oh, I seen a motherfucker that gave up. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna walk. But anyway, so he says, just prepare yourself. And like I said, I would tell the story probably, because it's a long story, if I remember. So my point is, I don't just get this from other mean people about they need to get in the program. Yes, they had rules. But I'm like, bet shit, because I'm like, this is LA. And he said just a year. I'm like, shit, I can do a year with these rules, because for the rules, now you're I immediately joined the program. It's like in a year, you get an apartment, and the guy over us, he had an apartment. He went through the program. So yeah, you got to follow the rules. No drugs, no drinking. I'm like, bet, there's no problem for me. So I was actually crunk, like, oh, yeah. And then they gave me that Bible, and they like, oh, you gotta, and he gave us verses. You gotta memorize them. You gotta do this. It was Psalms, 1, and I can't remember for sure. But so yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to. I'm like, this is. Then they gonna help you with a job and an apartment. That's the cheat code, not the military VA getting, Veterans Affairs getting military discipline. I'm like, no, y'all need to get in these fucking programs. It's faster. You ain't got to sign your name on the dotted line to go to war. But no, you want to be homeless and still do. Then I'm like, it's just a year. After you get off the program, you can do what the fuck you want to do. But you got to keep your job. But that's what I'm saying. They don't understand. These Democrats be lying to their ass. It's just like, oh, we need the help, and I feed them, I give them food, money. Like, no, you're not a good person. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Don't give them nothing. Give them directions to the nearest program. And so anyway, the person this morning is talking about, yeah, they don't like it because they don't like the rules. But they ain't. I thought they were gonna say, the rules about uh just what not doing drugs, and you gotta take a piss test. They got the little piss test you get from Walgreens, whatever. But you can't do the drugs and this and that. But they were talking about, they tried, like I said, stupid Democrat shit. They talking about they don't like the fact that you got to come in if you want to stay. And yeah, you got to come in at a certain time. Some places is 6 o'clock, not even 9 o'clock. Curfew. They got a curfew. Oh well. And so I'm like, so are you literally talking to me, trying to justify them not going through the program because they don't want to? They don't want to go by the rules. Nah, fuck all that. It's like, nope. They little damn dog then escaped, and they sitting right there. Yeah, they over there. I would say so, but never mind. Until the little motherfucker get hit up, I know they see it. But see, so it's like they still making excuses for these, they just don't like because they say, anybody who say something, you're a racist or whatever, it's not their fault. It's like, no, they're young, and now they're talking about, oh, they're 16. Then I don't care. They got to learn. First of all, if you can't follow them rules for some free shit, that in a year you're going to be ahead of the us people who got jobs and still can't get an apartment or whatever, but you gonna get the jump ahead, and all you got to do is just come in and not do drugs. And these folks, these Democrats, college educated Democrats, making excuses that it's okay. Basically they telling you, all the shit that you did, people that went to college, whatever you done did, the military, or even just got a job straight out of high school. Nobody's mad that these homeless people, like I said, you get the goddamn, you gonna get, after a year of just doing what they going through the classes and doing this and going through their job classes and learning how to write a resume, all that bullshit, you get an apartment. Everybody else, you go through all that. You go to college, you don't get an apartment. You ought to be lucky to get a job, but they get a guaranteed job if you join the program and a guaranteed house. And they just don't want to follow the. She tried to make it like they just, it's because they got to come in at 9 or who gives a fuck? Bitch, you need to be in there all day long and night. Fuck that shit. And that ain't Christian. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm not being Christian. You're not being, no. We're tired of it. I'm telling you, putting your lives in danger. Stop it. Do not say that shit again. You can do what you want to do. I know you're not going to listen, but I'm doing the Christian thing and telling you, do not do that shit again. That's the Christian thing. That's what I'm telling you. Give that shit the fuck up. You're not. Oh, you know what? Like Mike Epps. That's why I'm talking about him. But like I said, I might do a video about it too. His special. Remember I did a show too about Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp. So he's like, Cat Williams fucking up a game, fucking up the game. And that's a phrase, every nigga know. But that's what I'm saying. Fucking up the game is like somebody, whatever, dope, and he's fucking up because he got busted. Dope. That's literally what I'm talking about. Like when I said, like if somebody was selling dope right here and they kept having their customers just pull up, and they came out and served them and blah, 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 blah. And all the old folks, like, nah, I don't, and the rest of the drug dealers who might stay up the street, nah, this nigga, because now it's hot. You fucking up the game. No, nigga, don't tell them niggas they can't come to your house. You gotta just do some extra work. You gotta, they gotta beep you. Well, there ain't no beepers no more. They gotta text you, and you gotta go meet them somewhere. But you can't have them pulling up parking, not in this neighborhood. If you're in the projects, yeah, but not, so you fucking up the game. So anyway, when he said Cat Williams was fucking up the game, he's talking about for celebrities, period, because he's doing more that's exposing the rituals and that demonic witchcraft and this and that and niggas, all that shit. And that's they fucking up. He's making a joke out of it, but that's that house nigga shit. And like I said, that's literally like the slaves who escaped. They fucking up the game for the slaves who didn't escape. Fucking up the game. They didn't say that back then, obviously. But yeah, he fucking up the game. Or this and that. So that means they're comfortable. Because the house niggas like Mike Epps, you're comfortable. Yeah, you fucking up the game. Because he's in the house drinking lemonade and serving master and dressed in a nice suit. Well, y'all, the rest of the niggas picking cotton with sackcloth on all day long in Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, heat, Texas. He inside the house serving master. What you need, master? Master, you drinking lemonade, whatever. Watching the niggas, house nigga. And so that's what see, they don't understand when they say shit like that we all know nowadays what you mean. Fucking, because like I said, he might not be a well-known celebrity, but he's well-known enough, and he ain't got to get a job. He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire. He might not have millions. He might only have like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't know. I'm not in his pockets. But he ain't, still. And he still got to do tours and do comedy tours and go to comedy clubs and this and that. But he get movie parts. But yeah, fucking up. So he's mad at Cat Williams for actually telling and confirming the shit about all that the celebrities and black celebrities got to do to get famous. And that's where he literally is called fucking up the game. He's fucking up the game. And yeah, I'm like, y'all stupid niggas laughing at that shit. But everybody else know he was telling the truth. You know, he just telling the truth. Ain't no fucking up the game. Fuck you, nigga. You know, ain't nobody hating on you for being a celebrity and having a couple of mil, but you ain't gonna be a celebrity and hold everybody else down. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, the main ones, they the main ones talk about keeping foot on their necks. The white folks keeping foot on their necks. You know, and he the main nigga, house nigga, keeping his foot on other niggas' necks. Slaves. You see, they got the little boys laughing at Goofy. I guess they Mexican or something. You know, they got the little boys all the minorities just so busy into the slave house nigga shit. I guess the only thing y'all could be happy about, at least it ain't gonna just be black niggas that slave. Well, it ain't gonna happen. You know, like I said, they got all minorities slaves. You know, it's just ridiculous. And so yeah, he fucking up the game. Like I said, Massa got too many house niggas to do his job for him. He just don't four house niggas walk by. You know, Mexican house niggas or whatever they are, you know, whatever. I guess they all from the high school around the corner. But that's a shame. They young, they supposed to be worrying about going to whatever they gonna do. You know, getting a trade, going to college or getting, but see, like I said, we're so trained in our days, going to college is supposed to be a good thing. Now we know going to college is a brainwashing facility for liberals, especially the Ivy Leagues, Harvard. They the main ones pushing this shit. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, like I said, you should have known better. And that's what I'm saying. You're not a good person in the first place. If fucking up the game for you is because somebody else is telling other men and women how not to be slaves, and you're mad, like, shut up, nigga, shut up. You fucking up the game. That shows what type of piece of shit you are, and have the nerve to say it in other black folks that you're holding down. He literally tells, so I guess he's not that big of a piece of shit, because he's literally telling them to their face that he's holding you back. Shut up, you fucking up the game. And they laughing about it. This shit is sick. It's wicked. You know, it's just real fucked up. I told you that little motherfucker finally. I think what his problem is, he been in the yard so long. He go get his little. I hate to see him get. Or you know, these motherfuckers be walking by with dogs. I hate to see one of the motherfuckers. They got a real big dog. They right there. They literally right there, just watching. They won't even go get him. I hate to see. Or what of the motherfucker with a big dog just tear his little ass up, or her. But that shows you. That shows you what type of. It's fucked up. You know, there you go. Back across. You know, fucking with the. Fucking with them bigger dogs. But that ain't the type. That's what it was another type of dog. They grab her, but then they gonna be crying, trying to sue her for their dog biting and you know their dog. See, this I was saying. This ain't me talking shit or being nosy. This is just funny. This ain't no. You can see it. It's just shit. Mother come through when you know. Like a damn Will Ferrell movie or some shit like that. But anyway, And like I said, I don't understand why they just. I don't understand, but like I said, we just go. And right now, on this point, I think everybody's in cruise control. Just stay, not their shit. You ain't got to stay in your lane. Just keep doing what you do. I've been saying that. I'm telling you, you're just cruise control till 2025, and you good. It's all good. Just don't let these motherfuckers fuck you up. Don't let them get in get in your head. Don't let them, whatever. Just stay in cruise control, and you good. And like I said, it ain't to show them like how much we gonna show y'all is really we just done, done trying to reach them and preach to them, and they keep coming with this dumb shit. Week after week, day after day, and they still not. It's like I said, they go in circles. Now they back on the homeless, helping the homeless. Like they don't want to help themselves. Oh well. And like I said, if your best excuse is they don't want to follow the rules, they don't want to come in, they don't want to have a curfew, then they don't want. That means what we would tell you. Matter of fact, if like say I know somebody that's homeless and I can't help them, somebody close, somebody I would help. Say somebody I would help, and I'm like, why you don't get in the program? I'm like, I just can't help you. Say I really don't have the room, the money, get in the program, and they tell you, I don't want to fight. I don't want to. I got to come in at 9 o'clock. I don't want to do all that. I can't drink. I can't smoke. Well, that means you don't want no house. That's black folks shit. That's what real black folks say. These were black folks I was talking to earlier. A real black folk would tell you. And that means you don't want no house. No, I do want to get. Yeah, you don't want to get off the streets. That's literally what they would say back in the 80s, the 90s. I don't want to. I can't do this because I can't do drugs. I can't go on the program. I can't smoke. I can't drink. That means you don't want to get off the street. You sitting here telling me, let me borrow $30, and I'm like, no, da da da. And you like, yeah, I'm gonna get off the street. I'm getting off the street. Nah, that proves right there you don't want to get off the streets. That's how the black elders was back in the day. The black elders, if you come up with some kind of excuse, nope, that means you don't want to get off the street. No, I want to get off the street. Just give me this $30, and it's gonna help me. And then they're like, nah, you don't want help. You just want the money. And there wasn't nobody falling for that back then. Now all of a sudden these niggas, they got these communists trying to brainwash everybody. It's just thinking, oh, we gotta help them. No, there's help. There's people who literally went to college to help these people. They went to college to be social workers. That's their job, literally. These motherfuckers went to college to help the homeless, got student loans. Y'all don't, you trying to take away matter of fact, their clients. Just telling them to stay on the street. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's like, you can hear that. That's the one of them electric ass. Whatever. Oh, that's another thing. I got video after video I didn't see. I don't know why YouTube keep putting these videos in my recommendations of motherfuckers with the, just the goddamn batteries blowing up and this and that. And I want to hear, well, it's more the statistics. Yeah, they say stupid shit. The statistics show combustion engines blow up more than battery cars. It's like, that's because there's hundreds and hundreds of millions of regular cars. Now, if there was the same number of electric cars on the road, then they definitely would be, like I said, the Democrats and their agenda, they're not going to tell the truth. They're just going to say, oh, no, statistically, the electric vehicles don't crash as much. I mean, blow up, catch on fire. It's like, nope. It's just that, it's probably like 1% of vehicles on the road. So if 10,000 across the world blow up electric vehicles, that's a big percentage of electric vehicles. So 1,000 gas cars blow up after an accident. That's a very small percentage. That's not even 0.1, much less new cars, old cars, raggedy cars, all types of shit. So it's like, nah, there is there's no comparison. And then on top of it, like they said, the electric cars, if that battery go up, you ain't got no time. You got less than a second before the whole thing is engulfed, the whole car. There's no jumping. Maybe I think maybe one or two people escaped, but majority of the time, you ain't gonna have time to get out. You done. But like, but like I said, back to what I'm talking about with that gatekeepers and the homeless. Oh, we help the homeless. Like I said, back in the day. Oh, that means you don't want to. If you can't go get in that program, because yeah, this might be your mom. This might be back in that our day. It might be your own mama. You can't stay in that program. You definitely can't stay here. She got the room. She got money, but she nope. You wanted to do what you do. You could hear a black woman. Yeah, no, I tried. Like, especially back in the 80s. Nowadays, the mamas, they 35, they son 20. She they partner. She basically they best friend. Back in our day, the mama might be 35 and the son 20. She like, nope, I done worked too hard. And you want to do all this and show out and go into jail. You better get in that program. But mama, I gotta be in a curfew, and there's all these other dudes, and they be stealing your clothes. Well, oh, yeah, exactly. They go to your own mama. Oh well. But nowadays, oh, we gotta help with black women. Black women, they're just on this bullshit. You know, it's like, oh, I thought you wanted to get off the streets. I do, but I gotta be. Look, they got a curfew, and well, then you don't want to get off the streets. All I hear is excuses. Somebody stole your shit. Okay, take it with you. Cause that's what they told me when I got there. Take it with you. Take it with you. Cause you homeless anyway. Everything you got should fit, and you staying in the shelter. You just need a little packet with soap, and whatever, and a fucking few pair of clothes. That's all you need. Take all that shit with you, and every day you come home, and more than likely, what I remember, if you're in the program, you get carte blanche over the other people who just sit outside all day at the homeless shelter. You in the program, you get carte blanche. You get a bed, you get this, you got a guaranteed bed. You just got to be there. Then everybody else get a bed. But so yeah, all that y'all. Yeah, like I said, every time y'all come up with some stupid shit like y'all do, you go because like I said, it's like it's guaranteed. It's like because of communism, everything they're evil and losers. Everything they're gonna come up with is something that can be easily just shut down. Just is easily gonna be shut down with common sense. Like I said, you don't want to follow the rules in a homeless shelter, then you don't want to be not homeless. You don't want to be, if you don't want to follow the rules, okay, then you don't want an apartment. You don't want a free apartment. If you don't want a fucking free apartment and you can't for a year show up at 9 o'clock at night every night, something wrong with you. You need to be in a mental hospital. But anyway, let me go. I'm done for the day. Well, I don't know if I'm done for the day, but I'm done for right now.